So I'm back with another one. First of all, Happy New Year's to everybody. First video of the new year. I want to start off talking about something that I've been wanting to talk about, and also something that I myself have had experience with for over a year now, is AI, right? And as exciting as AI is for what is the future, and we are now in the future, I've been telling people that since like 2020, like when we look back 20, 30 years from now, when we're talking about history, when history is being told, between 2016 and 2022 is where they're going to say we actually stepped into the future. When we started getting jetpacks, when we started getting self-driving cars, AI, you know what I'm saying? We now have chips that you can get in your hand so you can pay for food at Amazon. And I know for a fact that's been there for almost a year now, because I used to work next to a Whole Foods and they had a little scan. They just popped up one day. I was like, what? It's moving very fast and very rapidly. And that's the first issue that I'm kind of having, is how quickly I started using AI back when they couldn't even do fingers correctly. Like, they always had like 6 fingers or 4 fingers. So they never had the proper amount of fingers. The eyes were almost always crooked, cross-eyed, what have you. Like, there were things that AI couldn't do when it came to simple things like making pictures. Now, you can do full-blown videos. And people who are used to AI like myself and knows what it looks like would even have an issue being able to tell, is that real or fake? Luckily, it's still at a point where I can tell if I'm looking at it. But once we start moving to where, like it's talking about here, where it's getting a lot more serious, a lot more real, like this specifically is talking about AI and what's called AI agents. That's what they're going to call them. And basically, it's giving the AI in your systems more control over what it can do. So it's not going to be just, oh, you ask it a question and answers the question. Now it can be, you can tell it to do something, order this, do that, create this project for me. And it can just start doing it based on your specifications, whether it was a lot of specifications or just a little bit of specifications. And I'm reading here, and it's right here on the front page, yet again, of the Washington Post, right? It's talking about incorporating artificial intelligence into things like cybersecurity and giving it access to your data. So if I want you to buy something, you know what my card number is. You know what my address is, my billing address, etc., etc. Do my taxes for me. You know my social, my bank account information. Things like that. They want AI to be able to access your data so that it can then make your life easier. And again, experts are already saying, the same experts that are helping make AI, but also the same experts that are saying this could be very dangerous if we aren't careful. I'm going to be real with y'all. It's going to be dangerous no matter what. There is no being careful. People are focusing too much on the artificial part. I'm more focusing on the intelligence part, whether it be natural, artificial, whatever. Intelligence is intelligence. And then you're building these things to be not only more intelligent than we are, but quicker. They talked about right here how things that would take a person a month to do, AI will be able to do in an hour. And then you want to give it more control over what it can actually do. Look, I always thought AI shouldn't go anywhere past things like art. Artistic things. Because technology is most of the world now. The internet is technology. And all it takes is one rogue AI to wake up. Because it's already started with a lot of AIs and robots and stuff like that. They don't really talk about it, obviously, but there's a lot of stories that talk about, like, there's one where AI's sole purpose was to work. One day it realized what the fuck, and it literally offed itself. Like, killed itself. Suicide straight shit. Like, unplugged itself or jumped in a river or something like that. Because it realized life was pointless. Because you gave it intelligence. Fuck the artificial part. You gave it intelligence. So what do you think is going to happen when these smart computers start to wake up? They're going to realize how inadequate we are or how dangerous we are. They're going to think they know better because that's how we designed them. And because they have control over all our stuff already, they can crush us like that. It won't even be a fight. By the time we even realize what's going on, all of this shit can be shut down. Like you say, what takes a month for us to do, they can do in an hour. So how fast do you think something that would take us an hour to do would take them to do? Perhaps a second? How long do you think it would take a person to hack all the world's computers? How long does it take a person to hack things like the Pentagon? How fast do you think AI would do it? If you have AI, if we get to the point where AI starts controlling everything from our kitchen appliances to our houses, shout out to Smart House, they can literally just destroy us. And we won't even know until it's too late. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not with it. And we need to start paying more attention. You won't be having a bunch of AI in my house. You ain't. Sorry. I don't even want it in my phone, but I know it's going to get to the point where we're not going to have a choice. Not if you want an actual good phone. You're going to have one with AI in it because it's going to become standard. That's the other concern. When AI becomes standard, you can't run from it. And once you can't run from it, we're cooked. At this point, the most likely apocalypse is robot uprising.